Welcome back to another episode of Whiskey and Cigars. It's been a couple weeks, but we've both been busy. I started work. John's been busy, doing his own work. So we took a week off, but we're back now.
Feels like 2 weeks because last episode was the 31st. Today we're filming the 14th, so it will be 2 weeks technically. When this gets published, the 18th, which is Friday. So, but man, we haven't done this in a while.
True.
Didn't have any glass cups, so I got plastic red ones. But today we're drinking Buffalo.
Honestly, these cups, if you didn't say they were plastic, they'd probably pass for glass.
We're drinking Buffalo Trace Kentucky Straight Bourbon. It's 45% alcohol. 45%, alcohol, so 90 proof. Fun fact, you guys like the John Wick, he drinks what, Blanton? Is that the
He drinks Blanton single barrel in the first one, and the second one he drinks Blanton special.
Well,
both of which are $100+ bottle of whiskey.
Yeah. Which one of these days we'll have on the episode. But the distill
not anytime soon.
Maybe the 100th episode. But,
if we're still going at that time.
Yeah, but Blanton is actually made by this company, Buffalo Trace. It's in the same distillery. So I've already drank in a lot of this. I like this. This is becoming one of my new favorite bourbons.
I thought it was okay. Wouldn't be my go-to, but it's better than some of the whiskeys we've tried on the show. Some of them have not come out great. What was the one that we tried? We both didn't like. It was really, really strong.
Oh, very strong?
Yeah, like it was burning both of our throats. It was recent too.
Oh, it was the last episode. It was 1792.
Yeah,
It wasn't strong. It was just because that was only 40 proof, I think.
It was rough going down. Like, it wasn't smooth at all.
No, it's not like regular bourbon where it's smooth. But, Jimmy, what are we smoking today?
We both have a CAO Bones. We saw them. I thought, hey, why not?
He's the one who saw them. He's like, I'm going to buy one. And I said, oh, he's actually got an inch longer on me.
Yeah. Oh, God.
But,
so many out of context.
We got the tractor, my new tractor in the background. Not new, but it's new to me. Fun fact, me and it had to sit, we're pretty much the same. Crippled and one eye.
Well, that thing's probably what?
70 years old.
Yeah, that thing's probably 50 years older than both of us.
50, 67, yeah, 70.
That was what? That's what?
No, 68, it's 60, no. 1920. I don't know. That's a 1956.
Is it a 56?
Yeah.
So it's what, like 40 years older than us? 42?
Yeah, pretty much. We didn't really have a topic for this episode.
No, but we feel bad if we wait too long to post an episode.
Yeah. I mean, I worked from 5 to 2 today at the feed store. Texted him around, 11 or noon, saying, hey, you want to go to the reservation and get some more cigars? Because I only had one cigar left in my stockpile. And, I think at 1 o'clock I texted him, hey, we should do a whiskey and cigars today.
Yeah,
so,
we were going to shoot it yesterday, but I was busy.
Yeah.
And John works Monday through Friday. I work physically on location on Tuesdays, sometimes on Thursdays, depending on how things go. And then I'm kind of remote every day after that. But
yeah.
It's the fact that I'm remote that kind of makes it annoying. Cause it's like, I don't know, when you're at location, like physically at a location, you kind of just want to get home, right? Yeah. But when you're at home working, feels different because like then it's like, oh, I'll work on this here, take a break here. Like I don't know, it feels so much more relaxed because you have no one looking over your shoulder constantly.
Oh.
So it's just like I will literally sit at my desk working on something, finish, get like halfway through, 3/4 of the way through, and then take a break, and then next thing you know, I spend like 2 hours watching YouTube videos, and then I'm like, oh, I should probably get back to working on this.
Yeah. I work Monday through Friday at Tractor Supply. I'm actually a manager there, but every once in a while, a couple times, I'll work on the ranch. I call this place a ranch. It's not really a ranch. But I've been working on ranches and farms my whole entire life, so yeah. Used to ride in the rodeo, stuff like that, on the rodeo, so pretty cool stuff.
I had a much more boring childhood.
Yeah.
I don't know. Greatest childhood memories are going on the road for hockey tournaments, playing street hockey with all the neighborhood kids.
So I didn't grow up on where we are now, outskirts of town. All this land used to be cornfields. Now it's slowly turning into suburbia, and I don't like it. That's what happens.
I mean, could you imagine what my house would have been like? My house was built over 100 years ago.
This house was built in the 70s.
What?
This house was built in the 70s.
Yeah, no, my house was built in 1832. It is older than the village It's older than the village,
Yeah.
which is saying a lot. It's not older than the town. The town was established before my house was built, but it was only established like a couple, I don't know, I think like 10 years before the house was built, something like that. And so, village was established, or town was established. Then my house was built at some point, and then like 30 years later, the village was actually established. So it's like, wow. I couldn't imagine living back then because literally my house would probably have like a mile between my neighbors.
I mean, I always thought about that. Like, I thought I was always a pretty tough dude. But those guys back in like the Wild Wild West era, they're pretty tough, guns. But I would like to hope I could have made it back in that day.
I know I couldn't have.
I mean, I'd probably make it until at least 15 and then probably get shot. But
could you imagine living in any time other than like right now? How hard it would have been. Like
we got it easy nowadays.
Like, could you imagine trying to live like medieval times, where you literally went to the bathroom in a hole?
Yeah. But what I was going at was, I would just love to see Western expansion. To see the herds of buffalo, before
Whether like extinction.
Yeah, they're coming back slowly.
Because people have been protecting their numbers for a number of years now.
I got a question actually. What animal do you think won in a fight? A black bear or a moose?
Yikes. I'd almost say a moose just because, I don't know. Moose have always been like one of those animals, like, everyone's like, oh, it's a moose, but like, the people who know moose are like, moose are vicious, don't piss off a moose.
An average black bear weighs 800 pounds. An average moose weighs 1,400 pounds. Alright? An average moose is 6 feet tall, not including its antlers.
Yeah.
Those antlers are like at least 4 feet tall.
That puts it like a foot taller than I am.
Yeah. But here's the thing. More people die from moose every year than black bears. I think a moose would destroy a black bear just because of the weight and moose that they use their antlers. I think moose are cool.
I mean, if you ask a lot of people, we don't live in an area where where these animals are common.
Well, if you go up towards
there's another comparison, like hippos versus crocodiles. More people die from hippos than they do crocodiles. That's because no one expects a hippo to bite a chunk out of you.
Yeah.
but
I don't know why I brought that up. There was a discussion at a party 2 days ago.
really,
Yeah.
I like how you're the one who's talking about something brought up at a party and not me.
Yeah. Well, this is the first time I've been to a party where you weren't invited. So, but back on track to whatever track it was. Buffalo Bills won yesterday, 27-17. And Tom Brady lost. So
we could. I feel like we could have won by more, but at a certain point, the Bills were like, "All right, let's try running some plays that we're not sure about."
They were trying to test out their new kicker. That's what they were trying to do. And my opinion, I think we should have kept
Hashka.
Yeah. Even though he was, some of the shots were shitty, he was way better than the new kid we have right now.
I mean, but you look at kickers, across the NFL, they're very mixed.
Yeah.
But again, they're not the big stars. They're not the ones that everyone's like, oh yeah, did you hear about this kicker coming in? He was drafted first round, first pick.
I would love to see first round first pick a kicker or a punter. That'd be funny.
I feel like most kickers and punters end up being like more of like a walk on.
They drafted our.
Oh really?
Yeah. Oh, people always do kickers. You don't think about it, but it's very important.
Oh yeah. Extra point, field goal,
kickoff, not punt. Punters are different.
Especially
punters
if you're
are
doing
people too.
Especially if you're doing onside kicks, those are so hard to perform. Punters have their own jobs though.
Yeah, punters have their own jobs. Yeah, Tom Brady lost, but the Patriots won, which it would have been sweet if the Patriots lost. I would have been a happy little cowboy. People think I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm not.
Well, yeah, that's because you grew up in Buffalo, not near Dallas.
Yeah, I'm a fan of mostly every team except for the Patriots.
Yeah, but that's because we're in the same division as them.
Yeah, and the Buccaneers. I don't like the Buccaneers. Did you see the photo of Tom Brady and the scoreboard with 47 seconds left? It's just like his face of defeat. Like he's like, oh, I screwed this one up. Should have stayed in.
No, I didn't. I actually missed that game. I didn't see it.
I didn't watch it. It was like 8 o'clock at night. I go, hey Google, what's the Saints score? It's like Saints 38-24 or something like that.
Oh, so Tampa was playing against the Saints?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a rough first game though. So I'm not entirely surprised that they lost, because I feel like.
Well, do you know all the experts saying that the Saints were going to get blown out of the water?
Wait, really?
Yeah. So stupid.
Yo.
All because of Tom Brady. No, here's the thing. I'm sorry. I'm going to rant a little bit. Tom Brady doesn't have. Okay, he's got Gronkowski back. That's it. But he's not used to these receivers. Tom Brady's an old school quarterback, right? He likes to pocket. Yeah, he needs time and he likes to throw behind the guy, not in front. That's what happened. That's why, what's his name? From the Saints. And then he got the allegation against him and all the hell. Antonio Brown. That's why, because Antonio Brown is a forward catching receiver. That's why they couldn't connect. So, yeah. So that's why. And then he's got a whole new offensive line that's not as great as the one that he had back in the day. So.
Yeah. I mean, here's something that I didn't know. The Bills kept 70% of their roster from last year. This is both practice squad and artist. I was still surprised at how much stayed.
There's something that I don't want to get into that they did. Some political shit that I wasn't fond of, but we try to stay away from political shit on the show. But we're at. But I feel like the truck is popping up the track and just driving off.
Only you, John. Only you.
It'd take me 20 minutes to get up there.
And unless you start it the first time,
Yeah.
might take you another 20 minutes to get that thing started.
You didn't even try the whiskey.
I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
Friday?
Yeah.
Is that it?
I had a sip or two.
Is it better than Friday or worse?
It's honestly like it. I don't know what it was, but like on Friday, this was a lot rougher. Like it's a lot smoother now.
Yeah. We didn't even talk about the cigar, how if it was decent.
I think it's the ice.
Probably. It's watered down a little bit. The cigar was alright. I'm more of a Connecticut rapper type of guy.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a good cigar, though. CAO is a pretty good company.
yeah, I'd get it again.
I get it again.
I'm kind of curious as why they call it Bones. I feel like there's a connection to something.
Yeah, probably the box says something.
Probably.
But let's end the episode here. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Keep on smoking, and don't drink and drive.
Please don't. We don't condone that.
Screw you, Jimmy.